Welcome back to another episode of Am I Wrong Q. This one's gonna be straight off the dome. It's just kind of how I've been feeling lately and kind of been waking up. It's another part of the bit of a self-growth series, but this one's a little bit more, I can't say personal, but just kind of been like a change, you know what I mean? So lately, I kind of been feeling like I've been giving too much energy to different things, to different people, and I just want to just go ahead and abruptly cut that off. And instead of me, which you could say, you can always take a different approach to things, but for me, I am going to start giving people the same energy, the same effort, the same things that they've been giving to me. And if they fall off, they fall off. Because as I noticed that I'm a guy who, when I show effort or when I'm interested in somebody, when I'm interested in doing something, I give extremely high effort towards it. And this is mainly related to people. And I try to be your best friend. I'm there to support you. I'm going to be your cheerleader. I'm going to be your biggest supporter. Everything all the above. If I actually have love for you, and if I'm actually there, I'll actually be there for you. You can call me anytime. You can. God, I'm about watering. I don't know. Just because I just kind of ate, but I'm still kind of hungry. Hold on. Okay. I know that sounds annoying on camera. So, like I said, I'm going to be your number one supporter. You can call me anytime, literally anytime, if you ever need something, like actually need something. And I'm going to answer because I'm going to try to call you back as soon as I can. And, I'll typically, if I miss a message, I'll text you and be like, hey, man, you okay? How you doing? Everything good? But lately, as I've been dating, as I've been dealing with different people, different friends, and people I just kind of had in my circle that's been around me, it's become more and more apparent that I'm giving more of myself than I'm receiving back from the other people. Now, the people I've known for the longest, they give me back the same energy that I give them typically, so I have no issue with that. But some of these other people, I just feel like they're very draining, and that's my fault. That's just based on my personality, who I am, and how I continue to do things. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that changed because I don't want to do it anymore. I feel like I've been going through, like, the closer I get to 29, the more my mindset continues to change just as you get older, because you never had the same mindset as you did when, of course, you were 17 to 19 to 22 to 25 and then so on. So, God dog. I'm still here, hold on. I need something to chew on or something. But there we go, that's way better. So, as I've been getting older, it feels like the less, which I already hear from older people in general, the less BS I'm willing to deal with, the more I start to kind of change in how I approach things, how I look, how I dress stuff, my tone, and just kind of what I'm willing to deal with. And for now, I'm just not, as I proceed to kind of keep trying to upgrade my life, keep trying to change things and actually make progress and continue to try to make progress, because it's very easy to say that you're going to do something and then you don't do it all. It's very easy to have these big plans and try to say things that you're going to execute later and don't do it at all. It's actually funny, I was looking at a video from a dude on Instagram called, I want to say, Solo Leveling, and he was talking about, if anybody ever watches anime, it'll be a quick anime, backstory. It's about solo leveling. Where there's a guy named Jin Woo. He very weak at first. He ends up, something major happens to him to where he gets a kind of a power where a system pops up in front of him and gives him daily quests so he can train. He can kind of raise up his level, but at the same time, he goes into actual dungeons and he actually does the hard fights. And there's no real point and the whole point of the video was there's no real point in raising your level if you're not gonna go do the hard fights. You know what I mean? You can train as much as you want to. You can do push-ups, you can go to the gym, you can do all this other stuff and change your physique. But if you're not really gonna go out there and actually do something with your life, then you're working out. You know what I mean? You're just building this discipline just to really have and not really do anything with. And lo and behold, that's what I've been doing. Honestly, I've been kind of training myself and trying to get better with it, but I haven't actually went into any dungeons to actually do any fights. And of course, this is me just talking about, different subjects on how this pertains to it. But I want to actually start to talk to more people, put myself out there more, really actually get into working out, being in my best shape. I want to have a different attitude and not so much negativity and self-doubt when I'm doing stuff, because I hate that. And of course I can change this, but we can always give such great advice, but then we are always the last person to take it. You know what I mean? Because I can direct you on how to live your life. There are best possible ways, what's to do and what you could be doing to get to your goals. But then whenever it comes to mine, I don't do that same thing. Like I always tell people that, especially if someone wants to go talk to a woman, I'm just like, hey man, listen, you talk to her, however it goes, it goes. However it goes, it goes, but just appreciate that you had the conversation, that you're willing to talk to her. And you never know who can like who, because some people have some very crazy, I wouldn't say crazy, but interesting likes that they have about people. Because everybody's seen like the mismatched couple, and they really, really do like each other. But you never know who likes what, and if they could like you until, and some people just tend not to say anything if they see you and they like you. Just like I'm sure you've done before, just like everybody's done before. But that's just a part of me saying I want to change a lot of things in my life. So, and that also includes the people. I'm not going to be giving the same energy to people who I'm going to give the same effort that I have been giving to certain people. I'm going to put that focus on me, better myself, get to where I need to be for me, my son, and everything else I need to get done in the rest of my life. So, and to better my life. So I'm gonna fall back from a lot. I'm gonna disappear from some because they're just not really worth it, honestly. And it's, might be hurts to hear, but sometimes people just aren't worth talking to, or they're not worth explaining yourself to. They're not worth doing the extra stuff, because if you already haven't been there, what's the point of me trying to tell you that I'm gonna leave? You know what I mean? To make you stay. Like, if you already haven't been here, then we'll just stay as it is, and I'm just not gonna be here. If you text me, I'm probably just not gonna respond, just like you haven't been in the past. If I've been dealing with you, and we actually have a little bit of history, I'm just gonna give you the same energy until you either decide to change or decide to fall off. And if you ask me what's going on, I'm just gonna tell you exactly what's going on. I'm gonna give you the same what you give me. So if you see me acting different, then I'm acting as you have. So if you don't like how I'm acting, maybe you should change something, because this is you. This is what it's like to deal with you when it comes to a communication basics or anything else in particular. So I don't want to have it in my life anymore. I want to have different people in my circle. I want people who actually want to be there and actually show enthusiasm to be there, because I'm a great person. Honestly, I really am. Of course I have my flaws and everything, but I feel like I truly am a great friend, a great partner, I do everything I can and am actually happy when I see my friends successful, because I feel like when you're successful, I'm successful. And so I truly take that to heart, and I feel like I don't want to waste that on random people who don't deserve it. You know what I mean? And I want to do something a little bit different. I'm tired of being drained. I'm tired of feeling like, man, because just me, I have it a little bit about me. I text back fast. I'll call back fast. I follow up. I'm very attentive. I'm very communicative. I let you know how I'm feeling. Like, I don't mind a conversation. I don't mind a hard conversation. And enjoy actually learning about people, which a lot of people feel like don't have that skill anymore, where they feel like they only want to talk about themselves. They only want to have somebody listen to them. They want to grow to somebody. They want to do everything that involves just them instead of them actually listening to you, learn about you, seeing what's going on with you. How's your day been? How have you been feeling? How has this affected you? You know, what's something that's been on your mind that you feel like you haven't been able to talk to anybody about? What's been bothering you? What's been new? Like, have you had any wins lately? Like, things like that kind of is how I am. So I just want to change up a couple things. I just want to do, and I'm going to get into a little bit deeper topic. I only have a couple minutes because I got to start work. Hold on, let me get this ready. I don't want to know what's going on with I'm just salivating. I'm going to keep all that in there. I don't care. But sometimes I do have to do a lot of self-reflecting to ask if I'm overthinking, am I wrong? Is it wrong for me to be expecting, because this is the am I wrong part, to be expecting certain things from certain people? You know what I mean? Because I can sit here, right? I can text back fast, I can call back fast. But if you're not the type of person to call back or text back fast, does that just mean we're a mixed match? If you say you want to be with me, does that mean I should expect more from you or some kind of compromise? Like, should I change something about myself so we can meet in the middle? Like, how does this truly work? Like, what's the difference between a requirement and a preference? Like, because of course you can always have preference. Let's see, just something thrown out there, long nails, and then requirement, be able to critically think for themselves. Of course, but like, what about how someone moves in attitude? Of course, you don't want somebody who's just always angry and has a bad attitude, and it would be preferable that they have a sunny disposition. But at the same time, would it be a requirement or a preference that they have majority good attitude? Or is that, well, I guess I wouldn't say too much, but you know how life is. Sometimes you're just not always happy. Sometimes you go through rough patches. Like, what does this actually mean? And I had to think to myself, because I'm just like, okay, if I want people who actually respond, who will actually make the effort to call, who will actually make the effort to do stuff and want to do stuff with you and actually plan stuff themselves instead of just leaving it for you, what is the line between you should do this to make it work versus this is just me and what I want somebody else to do for me, and then I'm asking them to change themselves to do something for me? So I guess everything is a give and take. I feel like every relationship is a give and take. And personally, I don't know about y'all, but I kind of that's how I want to live my life. I kind of want to have people around me. If you don't do the things that I would do for you, I kind of don't want you around. Just to be honest, tell me if I'm wrong, tell me if I'm right. But maybe it is selfish, but I feel like you should be a little bit selfish in life. I feel like there's a lot of people out here who will drain your energy, who will take from you and will just keep taking from you until there's nothing more that they can take, who take things for granted, who are naturally just users, and they have no problem with doing it or don't even know that they do it. And that's the most dangerous ones, who don't know that they're doing it. They just live their life taking from people and not giving anything. So, long story short, I don't know, am I wrong for trying to move this way? I mean, of course, the self-betterment part, there's nothing wrong with that. But am I wrong for expecting people to give the same energy that I give them? Doesn't matter about friendship level. Doesn't matter if you're in a relationship. Doesn't matter if they're parents, family, any, just all levels of it. Is there a limit to how much somebody should change for somebody else that they want to be with, that they want to be around? Is there just, what are the different opinions that I guess maybe y'all can come up with that I'm also trying to think? Because I'm open to being wrong. I'm open to making changes if there's good information. But for me, as I see it, I feel like you should have a bit of selfishness. You should be able to put your time and energy into the things that you want and the people that you want who are going to do the same thing for you, because this life is very short. as I continue to grow older, it's very, very short. It goes by very, very fast. And there's no point in wasting it on people who don't deserve it. But otherwise, hopefully everybody has had a great weekend. We'll probably be posting this video later. I got other things I need to post and other things I need to record, but I do need to get ready to clock in for work. So hopefully y'all have a great day. Talk to y'all soon and peace.